my other life. I don't see any people around me, which is a good thing. So people are not getting freaked out. Let me put my net on. It's raining a little bit. Anyway, got 3 rods today. I don't know if my other live died off yet or not. Hopefully it did. Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, if you find this video sometime later, this is just a live stream. This is just, hey, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I scheduled a live stream. I entered the live stream, and then I don't know if you heard me double talking, but I ended up talking over myself. At least that's what I was hearing, so I had to leave. We're going to have 3 rods today. I have a jig head rod that we'll put something on. That's a iFish jig head. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Demon, what's up? Paul, how's it going, buddy? FNC, good morning. Like I said, I apologize, guys, that the other stream I had to end because I was literally hearing myself talk. It was like a 10-second delay. So I don't know. Sometimes, hopefully, my next scheduled stream is going to be better. But yeah, I have a drop shot rig. I brought 3 rods with me, and let's start with a spinner. And hold on, let me drop my. I don't know. I came here with a backpack like a schoolboy. Hold on. I don't know if the G is here, the guy from Jersey. Oh, of course, I already hooked the first fish of the day. Ah, man, that's what I dislike about wool gloves. You will hook them every second. Let me put my backpack down. What here now? Man, I'm just happy I'm not in the middle of the river because I can't figure out what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's go and try to catch a fish. Hey, Jason J, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for wishing me good luck. We'll try it. Welcome, everybody. DCP, FNC, we got Paul on Wolfriend. We got Demon, as always, the MVP moderator. We got King Killer. What's up, man? All right. I think I lost G. I think I might have lost him in my other live stream, but maybe he'll come back, hopefully. All right, let's try it. We're going to start with a spinner. And I don't think I ever used this one. This is not a MEP spinner. It's one of those other competitive companies. I forgot the name of it. But it's I think it's 1/16. Let's try it. That's kind of like a color of a baby shad. All right, I got my net ready, got my waders. We're good to go. Yes, very well, my friend. How's the fishing going? King. Hey, G, what's that? So I started the live stream. I was trying to start from my phone. I think YouTube thought I double started my live stream. So when I was talking, it was, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I was basically on a 10-second delay. So I would hear myself talking through the live stream with a 10-second delay. All right. Oh, hold on. I just had a bite. My first cast with a spinner. I definitely had a bite. All right. Gee, you're going to be happy to see this. Look, I brought a spinner. What's the other company that's not Maps or Panther? There's another one. I forgot the name of it. Oh, I can't believe it. But anyways, it's not a super heavy spinner. It's a 1/16 ounce. I really don't want to get a snag, so I'm gonna be reeling it fast. Not super fast, but maybe I'll even give it a little twitchy. Oh, we got a fish. Guys, that was a second cast. I just saw that fish in the water too. I gave that little twitchy twitch. Oh, I have a good feeling about fishing today. We just had a trout. He came off, but I twitched it a little bit and he ate it. Okay, 2 casts, 2 bites. All right, this is unlike me. Please don't get snagged right now. So I twitched it a little bit, which I usually don't do. And I hooked up on a fish. Yeah, it's a rooster tail. Yo, Zero, what's going on, man? King Killer, I gotta check out your channel. Hold on. Am I following you yet? So yeah, we just had 2 trout on. I mean, the first bite was just a bite, but the second one I had a fish on. It came off within a second or two, but still. All right, and that was all rooster tail. So yes, I am going to eat my shoe. I always, I secretly dislike rooster tails, but everybody tells me to use them, and maybe you guys are onto something. I did catch a huge rainbow on a rooster tail in the fall. It was my first cast of the day too. All right, let's cast a different spot. But there's definitely a fish over there. We're gonna hit that spot. I have a drop shot rig and I have a jig head rig, so we're gonna hit that spot. Let's see what you guys say. Yeah, that was I was all pre-planned today. I got a scheduled live stream, this and that, and I started the live stream, but then I used 2 different methods to start it. I guess I was going to just click on it in my YouTube thing, and I was just spectating it. And second time, it offered me to start it, and I guess somehow YouTube thought I had 2 live streams going at the same time, so I was talking over myself. Anyways, besides that, how's everybody doing today? Paul, how was your birthday celebration, man? How many beers did you have? Man, 2 hookups on a rooster tail first cast. That was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, no fish, but that's it. That changed my mind. That changed my opinion about rooster tails. King Killer, hold on. Romeo, what's up, man? Everybody's here. The whole gang is here. The whole gang is here. We're like the Avengers, man. We just gotta get a fish now. Yeah, but right there, I had a bite on the first cast, and on the second cast, that was definitely a trout. I saw him. Probably was a rainbow, not 100%, but definitely was a fish. So I brought some night crawlers with me today, as I promised. I ran to Walmart for bananas, and somehow ended up with a bunch of fishing tackle in my car. Let's do a couple more casts with a rooster tail, and then we'll. I actually want to switch a spot while I have it in my hand, and try the rooster tail. I'm determined to catch a fish with. So the last bite I had on the rooster tail, I twitched it. I kind of let it fall and I twitched it, which is very dangerous here because you're getting snagged easily. But I know where the fish is now. They're all the way over there, right in the middle. Yes, my birthday was nice to get some fishing stuff again and a nice bonus to the old kind. Oh, nice. Paul, they give you bonuses out in the Netherlands for your birthday? Man, they make us show up here. They make us show up and maybe you'll get a donut. Or you get to buy everybody food. That's awesome. That's good. But oil companies always take good care of their workers. I know that. People that work in the oil rig industry or just oil industry in general are always well compensated because of how tough their jobs are. All right, one more cast, and we're gonna go with. We're gonna change the spot because I really want to catch a fish on a rooster tail now. And I'm just casting with my Daiwa Presso with a 2-pound line, nothing fancy. We're gonna go faster. Yeah. Perfect. See as you get closer and put rod down towards the water so the lure stays down. Oh, I got snagged. No. No. God damn it. Okay, it came off. That's my biggest fear always with the rooster tail. Let me cast over there. There's some structure. Maybe we can fly over there. I get $2,000 for the good year without problems. Nice. Well, you know, if Grumpy Orca worked at your company, they'd probably subtract $2,000 from me because the year I probably set the whole place on fire by accident. Let me try twitching this thing. I see it in the water. Oh, dude, I forgot my... I'm such a dummy. I forgot my polarized sunglasses today, which would really help me today. Well, it is what it is. I knew I was forgetting something when I was running out of the house. I don't think they're in the car either. I think I left them in the house. Okay, last cast with the spinner. And after that, we move on to something more fun. We change the spot. We do a couple more casts. Hold on. I saw it flying for the log, so I had to abort my cast. All right, let's go cast at a different spot where I think a fish is. And then we'll switch to a drop shot. It's a small spinner. It's just here. Hold on, let's check the company. It says rooster tail on it. Thanks, G. I appreciate it. G says he likes the combo. You have to work or OT on your birthday, FNC? Hey, man, at least you're working, you know? But yeah, I got my last job. I had to work 6 days a week for many, many, many years. And eventually it kind of burnt me out. But it was a good job. It's just working 6 days a week with kids is tough. You basically don't see your kids. Let's see what you guys say. Grumpy, the needle drill to get everybody sharp. So that maybe you can work there for exercise drills. Perfect. I never leave home without my Maui gyms. Got it, King Killer. King Killer, I might subscribe to you. I think I am, but I'm not 100% sure about that. That's why I'm double checking. I think we talked a bunch before. There's a ton of branches here, but I'm just kind of jigging around them. You know what? Let me go over there. It's raining a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be a better spot. Caught the limit of crappie last night. Got to clean them up when I get off. Wait, Ryan, how many crappie did you catch? I forgot what happened, but I had to run. I was watching you catching them nonstop, man. You were like that one-man stand in that boat. You just kept going to a different rod and pulling your fish out. For those of you that don't know who Ranyo is, he's a world-class crappie, well, any kind of fish, really. But yesterday, I think to limit out on crappie on Lake Okeechobee, I think that's a feat. What's the limit there? 60, kept 25. Jeez. 60 crappie. And how long did that take you? Like 2.5, 3 hours? That's awesome. Yeah, but I saw you catching them. You basically would catch one and run to the next rod and get the other one in. All right, this is a good spot. I just can't get snagged here. But if I do get snagged, I'm not going to be getting this thing out because... last time I had a fish on, it was after twitching it a little bit. I can't wait to fish this spot with drop shot, though. Oh, by the way, those of you guys that use scents for your fishing lures and fishing stuff, do you guys know about Potske fire gel? I've used the scents before for crappie, and they work great. So today I was at Walmart, and I saw a Potske fire gel on sale. And I bought it. It's $3. And I brought it with me. Maybe we'll try it on maybe on the rooster tail. You never know. Hey, what's going on, just in case? Thanks for stopping by, man. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I gotta get this thing in. I just got snagged on a tree too, I hope. Watch me get a fish now and struggle with the tree snag. Come on. Alright, we're good. Let's see what you guys say. DC hello. 62 people, please get those likes up to 50, please. Thanks for looking out, Paul. I have a good feeling about today. I did have to work till about 3 a.m., so I'm a little low on energy. But for some reason, I feel like today is going to be one of my better trout fishing days. And if you guys don't know me, that's pretty rare for me to say that. I have a good feeling about today. We caught a trout. We caught 2 trout out of here on the live stream out of this spot. And I know there's a ton more. They're here. We just need to find them. All right, a couple more casts with the rooster's tail. And I'm going to try a drop shot. I wish I could go a little slower. I like to go slow with the rooster tail, but it's so dangerous. There's about 4 trees right there. So what I'm doing is I'm expecting them to ambush it from around the tree. Yeah, it's a bit of a dangerous cast. We're coming close to that pile of trees. What I like about this rooster tail, though, it kind of looks like a fish. I'll show it to you in a sec. Usually rooster tails don't have any presentation to them in terms of, but look, it's actually a fish-looking thing. 100 people in the chat. What's going on? Target species today, Felmar. We're targeting rainbow and brown trout. Most likely we'll catch a rainbow, but if I catch a brown trout, I'll be beyond myself. I opened up this season with catching a brown trout, so that was definitely a surprise for me. I did some last week, did pretty good. Should be another week for good ice again. Yeah, it's gonna get cold. You're right, DCP. It's gonna get cold, but I'll keep trying to fish. Tomorrow, I think I'm busy all day working. But Friday, for sure, I can do another live stream for a couple hours. Hello, Choopies. What's going on, Choopies? Hold on, just in case. Let me mod you up. I'm sorry. I didn't do it earlier. I don't know why. Let's see who else is in there. 5 hours. What's going on, Connoisseur? I'm just going through the chat. King Killer. King Killer, I'm gonna mod you up. Alright, I think I'm done. I caught up. Thanks once again, guys, for stopping by. Can't wait for spring fishing? You're not wrong. I cannot wait. I can finally stop embarrassing myself on live streams. I mean, we do catch fish, but it takes, on average, it takes me about 15 minutes to catch my first fish right now. Summertime, springtime, you can catch a first fish quick, and you can keep catching them. I remember just catching crappie, one after the other on live streams. But not right now. That's not the weather right now. And I don't trust myself with ice fishing. I'll just become if we go ice fishing, I'll just become another log on the bottom of the lake. Catfish bait. Although next year, maybe. We'll see how the channel goes. If you can spend more time fishing and the channel progresses, I'll definitely get into ice fishing. I'll just buy somebody's ice fishing setup on Facebook and we'll go out there. All right, let's go back out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a drop shot. I have a drop shot rig set up, and that's where we're going to fish. I came with 3 rods today, so you guys don't have to wait for me to tie them. And you're like, today? No, we just started fishing. We've only been fishing for 20 minutes. We did have my first 2 casts. I had a fish I had a bite and I had a fish on, but it came right off. So but I know where the fish is. I'm gonna try one more time in that spot. I had a hook up right there. Let's try three more casts with a rooster tail, and then I'll switch out. I wish I could reel slower, but I'm so paranoid about snagging it. Last time we snagged right there somewhere. And the water's pretty deep, so it's hard for me to just go and I snag myself. But at least they're biting. Last time I had a bite on a twitch. Try twitch fishing. Hey, what's going on? We did have a trout on right away, but we didn't lend it. Welcome, man. Hold on, let me try one more spot real quick with the spinner. I've never tried this other spot before. Give me a sec. 107 people on the chat. Don't forget to double tap. Maybe you'll bring us some luck. We're gonna fish around and find out. Oh, that's a giant tree. That's like what the nightmares are made of. But there's probably fish around there. Hold on. Oh yeah, I've never fished this spot. Let's try this. Never know, might catch a monster trout. There has to be big fish out here. Should I just stand on the rock like a boss? But then this fish is gonna see me. Let me hide behind the rock. This is a great spot to fish. Who is that bait from? I forgot the name. It's not Meps though. Geez, it's like another one. There's basically three big companies. It says Rooster Tail on it. I forgot the name. I should have grabbed it. It's a 1/16 of an ounce Rooster Tail. Cast a little far. But this way I get to slowly spin and talk to you guys. Let's see. Amazing people get those 50 likes, please. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for looking out. Definitely see you, buddy. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. Yeah, that is an Illegalis LT1000S. Very good eye. That's the same one I've been fishing with. You know, I have to tell you, I don't like to spend a lot of money on fishing gear, but this was the best $89 I spent on fishing in 2025. You see how much I fish with this, and that reel is exactly as smooth as it was when I first purchased it. So there's a hole over there. See if I can put my rooster tail in there. Hold on. Yeah, it is a little. We're playing with fire over here, but you never know. Oh, just missed the branch. Yeah, so it's a Legalis LT1000. If you buy the LT2000, there's a slow speed one, which is that's another reel that I have on my other rod. So the difference between the LT 1000 and 2000, it's actually only in the actual spool. The everything else is basically the same size, but obviously the LT 2000, there's an option for slow gear. I forgot the exact model number, but I recommend you get that one, especially if you like. Oh, geez, what the hell was that? Sorry about that. Especially if you crappie fish and you want to go slow. I was so worried that all these tariffs were going to affect Japanese reels that I ran out and bought a second Legalis in the summer. And now I'm not buying anything else. Yeah, that's actually, so iFish is the reason I actually bought it. He praised this reel so much, and he was absolutely on the money. That's why I support that guy and buy stuff from him. I actually have a bunch of stuff from iFish right now in my chest pack. Ronnie, when you gonna do the stream for crappie cleaning? You might convince me to buy an electric net this year because you're so good with it, and I'm so bad with filleting crappie. That's why I always trim them and fry them whole without the head. That you might convince me to buy an electric knife, man. Ronnie is just a G. He cleans one crappie in like 20 seconds. I think I counted it. I'm confident we're gonna get a fish today. Actually, Z, I have iFish's jig head set up on one of my rods there. We're gonna try it. Let me do one more hole with the spinner, and then we'll move on. I can't believe I left my polarized sunglasses at home. Well, at least the connection's good. Look at this place. This doesn't even look like Jersey, man. This place is wonderful. I'm only worried if I hook into a fish. Oh no, we should be good. That's a beautiful spot right there. It's deep. I can go slow until I hook into a tree. I think I just touched bottom. Let me move a little bit. But yeah, it's a pretty, look at this spot. It's nice and deep here too. Got it. Yes, that's the one, Z. The LT 2000 SP. That's the one I have on my other rod. That's the one I have on my Shakespeare Micro Series. Oh, this spot is even better than the one before this. Oh. All right, let's cast over here. I'm kind of like a squirrel jumping around, but I'd say if I was a trout, I'd be hanging out right here. This is a beautiful spot. This is gonna be great to fish in the summer. Hey, what's going on, Mom B? We're fishing in New Jersey, out of all the places. I might have to, the only thing I might have to really buy for myself this year is a pair of really good polarized sunglasses. Because I have the ugly stick ones. I've had them for 5 years, but somehow I managed to scratch the frontal lens. And they might be, but they're still amazing sunglasses for $20 that I bought them for. What's going on, Solo Texan Adventures? How you doing, man? Come on into the chat. Tell us what's your favorite lure out there in Texas. Probably not the same thing we use in Jersey, but hey, Spill the beans, man. Did I just have a fish? No, I didn't feel like a fish. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, it wasn't a fish, unfortunately. It was a tree fish. But yeah, I'm glad I found this spot. I didn't use fish brain. I basically just saw a Facebook post about this fish being like for those of you that don't know, there's a fish out here that if you catch it, it has a tag in it. If you take the tag out of them, it's $500 for that tag. I don't know if the fish has been caught yet. I haven't seen any updates, but that's actually the only reason I didn't care about the catching the fish, but they kind of told people where they stocked the fish in which area, and I went on Google Maps and I found this spot. So my advice to you is if you're starting out fishing or if you just want to find new spots, just check Google Maps. Make sure you're not on private property. I've been fishing this spot for 2 weeks and I haven't seen a single person next to me. There's people up and down the river, but this spot has been... Nobody fished here. And we caught trout here, and there's definitely trout here. All right, this is gonna be I'm coming up on my last cast with the spinner. And we're gonna switch to, we're gonna try it with the gulp minnow. So I don't wanna bore you to death, but you guys know that stuff works. And then we'll go with a drop shot with a worm. Or should we do, what do you guys think? Should I do the gulp minnow with a jig head first, or should I just do a drop shot with a worm? You guys decide, tell me. All right, one more cast. Rattle trap. Yes, I do have rattle. Is that for saltwater or freshwater? Yes, so I bought out this guy's complete fishing collection a couple of years ago, and he had a ton of rattle traps in there, but they were all saltwater. I tried them on freshwater, the smallest ones, and I don't think the color really worked for Jersey, but yeah, rattle trap is all the rage, man. I did use them in saltwater, but I came up empty. I don't know if rattle trap makes, I'm sure they do something for freshwater. That would be cool. Mama, I gotta check it out then. I would love to buy a smaller rattle trap because the guy that I bought all the stuff from. Hold on, is that a... No, there's no way that's a fish. It's not fighting me. It's a leaf fish. All right, I promised you guys I was gonna stop with the rooster tail, and we're gonna move on to something else. Let's try you know what? Let's try a drop shot with a night crawler, garlic scented. I did buy them to just because we decided to do it today, so let's go do it. All right. Thanks for sticking around. I'm really trying to catch you guys a fish. I really want to catch a fish by myself too. The rules are, if we catch a brown, no matter what it looks like, we're letting it go right away. If we catch a rainbow, if it's decent size, I'm keeping it. And if we catch anything else, we're gonna release it. Rainbows, there's about 400 rainbows that were stocked here. It's called a Christmas stocking. So that's why there's fish here right now. Alrighty then, let's see. So Z, if you're still in the chat, this is gonna look familiar for you. Let me put this on the rock. There's no wind today, so it's not gonna get blown off. Very happy I didn't lose my rooster tail in 30 minutes of fishing it. Z, look, this is iFish's jig head. Looks familiar. I think this is a 1.25 gram size 8 hook. For those of you that don't know, there's a guy named Victor in Tennessee. He's a really good, cool guy. He taught many people how to ultralight fish online, basically. And he got tired of the offerings that were in the market, and he slowly started making his own jig heads. And they're good. They're very good. Should I put? I'm not gonna put a whole piece. I'm just gonna put this nightcrawler on. Let's see what happens. And then we can also try power bait. So I redid the drop shot rig. If you guys remember last live stream, my drop shot rig was a little short, but we still caught fish. So 4-pound line. This is a Gamakatsu size 8 hook. And I'm just gonna put this one on like that. And it's a drop shot weight. I think last time you guys were saying it was a little short. This might be actually a little too far out, but we'll see. If we lose the lead weight, this gives me an opportunity to make it a little shorter. And yes, so that's the Z. If you're still in the chat, see that? You were right. LT 2000 SP. So basically almost the same reel as I have on my other rod. I think the fish is over there. That's what we're gonna cast. Let's try it. And we're gonna reel very slowly and almost twitch it a little bit. I don't think I've caught a trout on a worm in 2025. So if I do catch one, that'll be definitely a first for me. Have those wonders. I got a few stripes and hybrids of nightcrawlers yesterday. Nice. You guys have hybrid bass and hold on, where are you at? Where are you at, Mon? And Solo Texans Venture said, by the way, sorry, ex Jeffrey, I missed you. How are you doing? We haven't caught anything yet, but we're trying, man. And Solo Texan Adventures, he says it's all silver. He's talking about the rail trap. Blue shed works good. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. Good thing, because the only rail traps I have are for salt water. What's going on? I can't read your name. Octay. I had a big eel, probably 23 inches, male, swimming around the boat, but could not catch it. 23-inch eel. That's decent size, man. That's like probably like a pounder. The smaller eels are the tastier they are. Once they get big, they get pretty greasy. I was actually amazed by how much fat content eel has. That's why people smoke them. I think eel has to be like 20%, 30% body fat. I don't want to offend any eel lovers. Orca got some work to do. You're on the left. Got it. Thanks, DCP, man. I always appreciate you. Thank you so much. Work comes first. Well, family comes first. Orca come last. No problem. Is that a GM reel on a Shakespeare marker series? Talk about a price difference. Yes, that is a GM. Well, I mean, it's a $90 reel, but I really like my micro series. And if I could, I'd buy a micro series for everybody and give it to them, like in an Adam Sandler movie. Hey, what's going on, Ian? We're fishing a drop shot, by the way, if you can see it. I redid it like we talked yesterday. Was thinking of getting the LT 2006H from a jerkbait. Yeah, I think for jerkbait, the XH is better. I specifically bought the slower version because that suits me. I actually have not caught. I don't think I ever caught a fish on a jerkbait. My kid caught more fish on jerkbait than me, that's for sure. Over 200 in the chat. That's right. We got 200 people in the chat. Double tap that like. maybe we'll catch a fish. I'm very confident we're gonna have fish today because we did have a fish on right off the bat, but came off. I was actually thinking about trying power bait eggs, like a total scrub, but if they work, they work. The Rooster Knife, yeah, Jason J says 200 people in chat. Welcome in, everyone. Hit that like and subscribe. It's free and a great way to show support. I absolutely agree. Thank you, Jason J. I appreciate you, man. The Rooster 954 says, Micro Series is excellent, punches above the cost. I just got one myself, but I didn't spend as much on the reel. I paired mine with a Piscifon Viper X. Well, yeah, that is a lot of viewers. We're getting some viewership back. Oh, you know what? I got more viewers on this live stream than the last one. I'll tell you. There's another reason for it. Why YouTube pushes it more. I'll give you a little secret. I don't monetize when I don't monetize a stream, and honestly, monetizing a stream only makes you like a couple of bucks. Like that's what I really mean that. Just from a view perspective, and I'm not talking about super chats, but if you don't monetize your stream, you'll definitely have more viewers. Because YouTube doesn't have to share the revenue with you, so they'll push more people into your stream, and they'll obviously probably push more advertisements. So like I think 50% of my streams are not monetized, and if they're monetized, it's only a couple of bucks really for like 2 hours. I think it averages around $1 an hour. I'm just giving you some vague statistics based on my experience. That's why I think the views are a little up too. I think Mario Basila. Here, fishy, I know. I was thinking about making a t-shirt. I don't know why, but I feel like it would go well in Jersey. I was going to make a t-shirt that says, if you fish around, Grumpy Orca, fish around and find out. And basically that's what we do every stream. We just fish around and find out. And but I'm not sure if that's a good one. Maybe that's just corny. All right, here's what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do? We're going to throw on, I have a worm, but it's not working. So in my chest pack, I have a gulp minnow. So before we do anything else, let's pop that guy on. Yep, fish around and find out. I'm not going to catch no trout there. I trust you, Michael. We did have one on, but you probably know better than me. There's definitely trout here. That's the only place we've been catching trout, but you might know something I did. You might have caught all of them yesterday. I really want to try power bait. I have a power bait garlic eggs in green color. I think they're going to work great here, just to catch one. I would prefer to catch my trout with a rooster tail, which is what I worked this morning. Oh, got a little fishy jump there. All right, let's try it. Let's get some entertainment going. Fanboy says, I got a bait caster for Christmas. It's a squirrel. I thought it was a person. Hold on. And I'm very new to using bait casters, so I need to watch videos how to use a bait caster, but I'm getting the hang of it. So you're a better bait caster fisherman than me already. Because in my typical fashion, I got a bait caster. I tried it twice. I think I put the wrong line on it. And I rage quit on it. It's sitting in my garage. I did buy braid for it. And I was going to put less braid on it because that's what people told me is going to work. Once spring comes around, I'll bust it out. Michael said, try need oxygenated water. You're not wrong about that, Michael. But there's definitely trout here. We did catch a beautiful brown trout in a nice stream last week, but there's definitely trout here, and not the best spot, but we did have a fish on today. We have been consistently catching one fish per stream here. That minnow swims beautifully on the drop shot, by the way. There's definitely a fish right there. That's where we had the bite. Yeah, New Jersey trout is very different because they're all mostly stock trout. That's what we're fishing for, so you gotta, modify it. They're all raised in the hatchery. Well, most of them. There's definitely wild browns and wild brookies, but that's the ones that you're probably gonna catch in the stream. Should probably not let it drop. Fun boy. No, you're right. I think I basically my number one mistake with the bait caster was I got it. I got a pretty good bait caster setup. It was a Walmart setup, but it was like $100 Walmart combo. Abu Garcia. Oh no! Don't tell me I got. Well, I guess I deserve that. Hold on. Hope it's not. It's not. It's just the weight and not the hook. Hold on. I don't want to beat up my reel, so I'm just gonna pull this. Hope I keep my hook, please. Yeah. So my number one mistake was putting a monoline. Nope. I definitely hooked into something because everything's gone. Okay. Give me a second. You know what we're gonna do now? Instead of putting another drop shot setup on, let's try the jig head. And once we lose the jig head, then we could go back to drop shotting. Oh, I just saw a big fish over there. I don't know what kind of fish that is. That's a big boy fish. I don't know if that's a rainbow or just a huge sucker fish, but it's swimming sideways. Hold on. All right, no, nobody's being rude. It's fine. I think what I usually learn my own mistakes no matter what. So what I did was, like I said, I put pretty thick monoline on a bait caster, and that's the wrong way to start it. And that's why I probably got frustrated. I actually bought the same reel and rod combo for a buddy of mine, and he immediately threw the bait caster out. He just uses the rod now. So I'm not alone. I know a lot of people. And I actually found a Shakespeare baitcaster combo. Somebody bird nested it and threw it in the grass. Like, I still have the rod. It was an ugly stick baitcaster. And somebody came to a local lake right next to my house. And I guess it didn't go well for them. They they bird nested it, and it was just sitting in the bush. And they just like rage quit and threw it in the bush and left, which is pretty funny. All right, let's try this. This is just a silly rod. This is a lot of kids grew up, a lot of you probably grew up fishing with these reels. It's a Fluger President on a, what is this? A graphite Shakespeare rod. I think it's like a, what is this, a 5.5 footer? No, it's a 5 footer. This is my kid. This is a rod I use for my kid or kayak fishing. But nope, that's not a fish. Okay, instantly got snagged. Yep, that's pretty much how that goes. Oh man, I'm definitely working on my patience though. So we got snagged. With a rooster tail, we didn't get snagged for 35 minutes. With a drop shot and a jig head, we got snagged basically twice in 5 minutes. Talk about talk about it. Frustrating experience. Yep, we're off. All right. You see how many? Oh, you see 217 people. Once I get snagged, I actually get more viewers. I think people want to watch me suffer. Ah, that's sad. All right, broke off 2 rods. Let's see. I guess we're switching back to a drop shot. I just want to catch fish, man. 1 sec. That is pretty funny. That the only rod I didn't break off today is a rooster tail rod. That's funny. Doug, what's going on? Doug the trout fisher. Well, it was going pretty well until I broke off both of my rods. We're gonna regroup right now, and we're gonna go with the. Oh, for those of you people that watch iFish, I'll show you how much of his stuff I have in my chest bag. Here, does this look familiar? That's all Victor and his. I think Victor and his wife in Tennessee put these together by hand. I think he uses Daiwa hooks for these. They're definitely Japanese. Pretty good. I think he charges like 1 pack costs like around $3-4. You should get a tripod rod holder. You can carry 3 rods comfortably without having to put them everywhere. Yeah, no, you're right. I do need to get that tripod. Victor uses that tripod. I've seen it. I do like it. That might be my next purchase. There's so many things you can get when you're fishing. You're right, Z. Let's see. For the Wells catfish, I buy Shimano 12,000 TX reels with 40-pound braided line. That's wild, man. That is something I probably will never be buying in my life. That's some serious fish. But Wells catfish is just a dream fish to catch. For some reason, I got stuck with. I didn't get stuck with that, but I just really like them. Give me a sec, guys. Let me just get my drop shot rig set up, which was so nicely sent to me by Mr. Ian, aka Thule Spring Trout Raiders. That's definitely, this is the stuff that he sent me. He was adamant about me drop shotting for trout, so that's what we're gonna do today. All right, and we're gonna use a size 6 hook. Let's see. I think that's a size 6. You know what? Another great thing is that's made by Berkeley. That's a they call them atomic tubes, and those are very, very deadly. Especially if you want to go and catch a bunch of creek chubs or panfish. Bass bites them too. They caught like a 2-pound bass on them. Especially when the water is a little murky. Yeah, bass fish. Man, if you give me $1,000 and let me go to Walmart, I'll probably buy the whole fishing department. That'll be like a dream shopping spree for Grumpy Orca. Let's see. I had a bass on my open reel and it jumped out of the water, got itself unhooked. Felt so much rage. I wanted to jump into the water to retrieve my bass, but I didn't. That's funny. Yeah, man, we've all been there. We have all been there. That's why fishing is very what is it called? Meditational. Until you want to put your foot through through something. Fishing is definitely a meditation until you break off a 8-pound bass right next to your feet. And then it just becomes a exercise in controlling your anger. Everyone wanted to drop shot rigs. Oh, jeez. I don't really have any excuses today as to why I can't put this on properly, because the weather is really not that cold. It's like, I usually use the cold fingers excuse, which actually was true last week and this week too. But right now it's about 45 degrees. It's really not that cold. don't know what the hell I'm doing. Hold on. I'm trying to read the chat too, so. But that's what makes it fun, right? Hold on. And then I think Ian told me to put it through the front. There's a big debate. Ian and I actually talked about this. There's a big debate on how you're supposed to secure that drop shot weight. Because technically you're supposed to just pinch them with the line so they come off easily. Yes, I don't think my Shimano 400 feet are gonna like the catfish. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Paul. You need big reels for big fish. I don't even want to know what people spend in their tuna fishing setups, but I know it's not cheap. I see them on Facebook Marketplace sometimes when I'm buying fishing stuff, and even used tuna reels are like $1,000 each. So I can only imagine what they cost new. Had already problems with surgeon. One reel had some problems afterwards. By the way, those people in the chat right now, if you guys are not watching Paul von Wolfram, you're missing out. That dude caught, I think he caught, what did you catch? 11 sturgeons in the last live stream? And that was a sight, man. No, why'd I do that? Hold on, let me throw that line in the bag. That's why I always bring extra rods with me, because it takes me an eternity to put this back together. Also, I just noticed that I need to cut my nails. Hold on, guys. I wish I was good at this. Those big potato digging fingers don't help. All right, here we go. We did it. Howdy, Grumpy. Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? Thank 5289. How you doing, Hassie? Sometime going. I'm just catching up to the chat. Mitch Pierce drop shot. I need 8 more subs to 400. Yeah, Paul is the real deal. Your fingers look cold. Higeman. Joshua DeMello. Would a dropper loop work before the hook? It might. I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm like a aggressive amateur. All right, here we go. Let's put on, you know what? Let's put on garlic egg. Let's put on 2 garlic eggs. How about that? In the spring, I had a lot of luck with 2 garlic eggs at the time. Let's see if they smell like garlic. I don't want to expose the hook. They still smell like garlic. These are probably 3 years old. Hopefully they still work. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for looking out. Shimano reels are $200, $300. I spend no money because I got baitcaster for Christmas. That's the best way to do it. I always say that the biggest fish I ever caught in my life all came on $20 rods, I think. But you definitely experience a lot of joy fishing on nicer reels. All right. Watch my first cast be right over like some tree branch that I get snagged into with a hook. All in front of me are all rocks. I don't see a single tree there. That's why I'm confident we're not going to get snagged. It's beautiful day up here in the Northeast. I'm in Jersey now. I had to fly out for 5 days. I wanted to try and meet Grumpy Maniac Bob on one of these trips. Oh well, thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for the kind words, man. Yeah, Maniac is hilarious. He's as Jersey as you get. I keep it, I tone it down a little bit in my live streams, just in case my kids watch this later. But Maniac is hilarious. I can watch them all day, man. He's probably super fun to fish with in real life. It's JK from Devon. If you got, I remember slightly. Oh, please don't tell me. I thought I got snagged again. Almost had a heart attack. Let's do it again. Let me get closer to the. Oh, jeez. Almost went flying. I think Maniac had he stopped ice fishing because Jersey got so warm that ice fishing got super sketchy. What's going on, Geotermoy Mondal? Joshua says use Shimano TG200 overhead reel is apparently the best and it's only $109. Hey, what's going on, G? You're back? No, we didn't catch anything, but we found more spots to fish at. And we got, believe it or not, in 35 minutes of fishing, I did not lose that rooster tail. And then I switched to a jig head and a drop shot, and I broke off both of them in a span of probably 5 minutes. So I redid my drop shot, and now I'm using power bait eggs. Such a good feeling coming in today. First two casts, we had a bite, and second cast with a fish, and now it slowed down. Yes, Joshua, Shimano is so good. Also, if there's a problem, I send them, and the camera's new back. 3 reels cost me like $8, and the send it the old parts. Oh, got it. Yeah, Shimano customer service is amazing from what I've heard. I haven't had an issue with Daiwa yet. Although my BGs, I have a saltwater reel, but I made a mistake. I gave it to a buddy of mine. He went shore fishing with me. He ended up swimming with he ended up going in the water where the salt water was just splashing all over the reel. But that was my mistake. So I just ate that one and bought a new reel. Look for faster water. There is faster water coming out, but this is the spot where we had all the bites. Please don't tell me I got snagged. No, I didn't. Okay, good. If we catch nothing here today, I do see some fast water over there. You can probably hear it. If I catch nothing here today in the next hour or so, I mean this is where we had. I had at least like 7 fish on here, and we landed 2 of them in the past 7 days. So that's why I like this spot. But if I catch nothing here today, we're gonna go over that way. You can probably see there's some fast water over there, and we'll try that. Is that a deal? Gar. Well, no, Sims products fell off. Unfortunately, I decided for some reason to buy Sims stuff, right? Well, I got a good deal. I bought a used pair of waders, and I just kind of bought. I was saving up some money for Black Friday. I bought a bunch of stuff, but no, Sims completely screwed their customers. I would not buy them. I would look somewhere else. I don't think they're superior. They used to be. They used to have a cult following in the '90s and early 2000s. because they stood behind their products, but they got bought out by private equity. And you know what happens when that happens? It's over. That's a Iowa Gallus. Thanks, Paul. Paul's hyping up the chat. I appreciate you, Paul. Yeah, I think. I mean, if my financial situations improve, and if I need a pair of waders, I'm definitely gonna buy. I think, Paul, what kind of in Europe? What's the most popular company for waders? I think it's Grungen or something like that. That's the ones they use in all those ships. Because people are basically saying not to buy Sims waders ever again. And me being me, I bought a pair of used G3s and they're great. But my next pair of waders, I'm gonna look somewhere else based on what everybody's complaining about Sims ever since they got bought out by private equity. Mine are Gore-Tex, I think. My waders are G3, like the Guide series. And the only reason I have them is because I bought them used. What's going on, Ghost Brower? You know what we should do? Maybe I should just leave this. Maybe I should just leave this garlic egg in there under tension. We should do something else. What do you guys think? Let me try that. Hold on, let me put some tension on it. I gotta make sure my reel doesn't fly away. There's actually a perfectly positioned tree stump over here. Let me try throwing a spinner again, a rooster tail. I'm really bored with drop shots. I can see myself catching a lot of fish on those though when the spring season starts. A lot of perch. All right, let's try it. Nope. That's not a fish. That's a branch. That's just my luck right there. And the rooster tail is finally snagged. And I think it's going to be coming out. I usually spool with 2-pound line. I think one of my rods is spooled with 4-pound. Yeah, so 2 rods are spooled with 2-pound. Company that makes line is all over the place. People have the stuff they like. Hold on, I'm trying to make my way over to this rock because I'm trying to undo the rooster tail. Nope, I think we're gonna leave that there. You know what? Since I'm already sitting on this rock, let's fish with a pink color Berkeley atomic tube because I have caught trout on them. I'm gonna have to break this off. Well, there you go. There goes $4 down the drain. Yeah, I can't go get that spinner because that's way too deep. That's like 5 feet deep. Then we're all gonna be swimming then. That's the only problem with the spot is it's pretty deep, and that's why there's fish here. All right, I'm gonna take a break from spinners for the next couple of days because that's not the money I want to be losing right now. But hey, we did good for 35 minutes, right? Or 40. Maybe I'll find one and we'll use that one. How about that? I want to try this. This thing is amazing, especially in the spring. I don't know what Berkeley did to it, but and the hook on it is just it's a wire hook, but there's something special about it. Hold on. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, the tube jig should work. Let's use this. I'm gonna, like I said, I don't wanna. I think I forget my previous experiences because I have a memory of a goldfish, but I remember that spinners, I basically shy away from them because I have kids that go fish with me all the time, and when I lose them, I get pissed off. So that's why I use stuff like trout magnets. Just for me, it's just if I had an unlimited budget, I would love to use maps all day, right? All right, let's try this. I'm very confident in this. This is a Berkeley atomic tube. And you can buy the 3-pack. They're a little pricey. A 3-pack costs about $5, but man, they work. If you come on the right day to a right place, you can just keep catching fish. And they have a bit of weight. I think they're like 1/64th of an ounce, maybe a little lower. Oh, I think I had a little bitey bite. You should set up a rod with a split shot rig on a power rack and leave it alone. Yeah, see, that's actually what I did. You know what I did? I left micro series with the drop shot with a power rag on it, and it's just sitting there. Next thing you know, we're gonna hook into a carp. I actually have hope for the pink thing. Oh, see that? We got a fish. No, that's not a fish. It's a tree. Dude, this thing had me. This thing had me going, man. I was ready to start. I was ready to start hollering and stuff. And man, look at this. That's a native species of Jersey rivers, Mr. Treefish. Let's toss it so the next guy doesn't catch it. Ugh. No, we got this. We got this. I get pissed off when I lose stuff. But you know what? It's fine. That's the spinner. So I'm gonna buy the same spinner when I go back to Walmart. Because that spinner, we had 2 bites back to back. It was kind of like a black and white color. And I keep forgetting the company that made it. It's not Maps or Panther. Actually, Panther Martin makes a 6-piece spinner kit, but it's $20 at Walmart. So I'm like, dude, I can't believe I did this. I keep getting snagged. It's fine. If I lose that, I don't care, but come on. The beauty of that Berkeley wire hook, if you have a 4-pound line, it will actually bend the hook out. And if you bend it back, it'll work perfectly fine. But the problem is I only have a 2-pound line on right now. All right, deep breath. All right, shit happens. Let's keep moving. You know what I'm going to do? I have the Phoebe. Let's try it. I'm basically standing on this rock. I don't want to go back out there because it's super muddy. So I'm just going to use whatever I have in my chest bag. You should come back here in the summer and scavenge for fishing lures, but you'll find... What's going on, Skeeter? Grumpy tells Paul, look, I guess a big one. I was thrilled to see. Yeah, I know. I remember that, Paul. Yeah, I totally got Paul. I catfished him. No pun intended. I told Paul. Paul came into the chat and he was wondering what I caught, and I told him that's the day when I picked that huge pumpkin, and I was like, let me get to the bag, and Paul was all excited. I opened up my backpack, and there it was, a wild Jersey pumpkin. That one got him. All right, Phoebe. I have not lost this for a year, so if I lose it today, I don't mind. I've had this thing snagged so many times, but I'd rather not lose it. Gee, how do you fish these? Do you just slowly retrieve them, or you twitch them a little bit, or you let them fold in like a weird way? You win some, you lose some, right? 139 people in the chat. Don't forget to double tap. Also, a big advice for those people that are trying to get these cool winter gloves, half gloves. Make sure you put on all your jerk baits and everything before you start fishing, because putting on things with hooks with these gloves, you'll absolutely destroy them. Because once you hook a wool glove, it's like impossible. It's impossible to get the hook out. So you're gonna start slowly. You can see a couple of pieces missing. If you keep hooking them, it's basically a 1-year glove. Yeah, I might come back here with. I do have that magnet. Outdoors Mosquito says that he's waiting for the ice to get thicker. You know what? We had so much hardship today in the chat. Maybe we can get a little fish. Can I get a little crumb of trout, please? Just a little bit. That's where the fish was last time. I did have trout bite that Phoebe in the spring. If we don't catch one, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna use the Phoebe. We're just gonna walk with the Phoebe and trout magnets. The problem is I might have to reel up my my other stuff. And you know what? I'll grab the drop shot, and I'll grab the Phoebe. We'll go for a little walk. I think Phoebe's made so when it drops, it excites the fish. So we're gonna try that. Maybe it'll work out for us. I can see it's very pretty. Let's see. I like the black and gold Panther Martin. Yes, that is actually a great combo, Scott Williams. But this one in the spring, I was getting bites on this. I couldn't hook a fish for some reason. It has really tiny hooks, but I was getting a lot of bites on this in the spring. Oh no, that was a bad cast. Hold on, let me get this out. That's definitely a Snag City. All right. So a couple more casts, and then we'll go for a little walkie walk. Let me catch up to the chat. Hackettstown, dude. Hackettstown, isn't that where M&M corporate offices are? Hackettstown is basically where all the trout hatcheries are. I remember that. You told me before, I think. When I used to buy and sell motorcycles, I used to find the best deals in Hackettstown for some reason, all around the area. It's pretty close to like all the car auctions too, which I think why a lot of car guys have businesses there. Let's see. Freeway use 3 sizes bigger, 20 more. Like, let's see. I throw it out, reel and slow and twitch it. All right, let me catch up to the chat. If I didn't say hi to you, I apologize. Blue Fox Woodbrook spinner, number 2 copper or gold, my favorite spinner. Gee, let me print screen that. It's a great place. Yeah, Hekistan is awesome. I know Hekistan. My good friend works for M&M. He works there. Hekistan is when you get people from Jersey that have people from PA feel. People in Hekistan are so chill all the time. I'm sure there's some fancy transplants from New York City there, but it still has that old school Jersey feel to it. All right. I apologize to those that I definitely did not respond. It's my bad. I've been fishing the Muscatine River for over 25 years. That we know, G. Yeah, F4C is he definitely outfished me in 3 seconds. But I just like to suffer. Let's see. How do I get out of here without going knee deep in the mud? I'm telling you guys, in the summertime, I'm coming back here. I'm going to catch a bunch of eels here because this mud is eel heaven. Oh man, jeez. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna walk. I'm gonna try Phoebe over there, and then we're gonna walk for like 30, 40 minutes, and we're gonna cast drop shots, and we're gonna cast whatever else I cast. So I feel like this pot is giving me bad mojo today. Although this is where we caught all our fish. The mojo is not good. And there's actually that guy, there was a fly fisherman in that rapid water. Maybe we can make it down there and we can fish it for a little bit. I'll throw in a iFish jig head. We'll try to catch something. Yeah, let's go for a walk. I'm gonna stop bouncing around here. Let's go for a quick walk along a Jersey River. Hold on. I don't want to drag 3 rods with me though. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I was thinking about bobber and power bait. I was thinking about that too. We'll be back here. We'll be back here on Friday. You're not wrong. I should have used the bobber right away. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Of course, do I have a bobber in my chest pack? Probably not. Man, see, you got all the right ideas, G. All right, I gotta put this rod away. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I fish off Schooley Mountain Road on the Muskie. Yeah, Muskie, I think people... What's going on, Alexander? Walkie walk. All right, let me go put my rod by my car real quick. It's gonna take me 1 minute. And we'll go... Let's see what I look like today. Ah, Jesus, man. Look at this. I caught my first big fish. It's a giant rosebush. All right, let's see what I look like today. Ooh, wow, look at that. Oh, hold on, I got one ear off. I'm like a gangster. Hold on, I got to put the other ear down. All right, my credit score just went up about 100 points with my Sims hat. Oh, man. Definitely got poofy over the holidays. All right. I threw this in my car. Now we're back. Yeah, I know. I had to buy that hat to fit in, man. I had to buy that hat to fit in. I had to buy the hat to fit in over here. There's flat fishermen all around me. I gotta pretend like I'm one of them until they see the real rod. All right, and I gotta listen to Z. I gotta buy myself a stand for the rods. I basically put them on a leaf every time I do it, but not the best idea either. Hold on. Totally forgot I... All right, let's get the drop shot with the power bait. All right, so what we're gonna do is, there's a bit of a current up the stream, and we're going for a walkie walk. Jeez. 75 people in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. How's everybody doing today? For those of you that are new. All right. Off we go. I might have to wade through the river a little bit, but that's why I got the waders on. Oh no, that's a rosebush nightmare. Hold on. If we walk long enough, we might find Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, there's a place I want to fish right there. I think I know exactly where we can catch a fish. I don't know if I can get through there or I have to wade through the river. Hold on, guys. Let's see a fish. I'm trying, man. All right, I'll get the stand, man. I will get the stand. I feel like there should be fish here too, but... Oh, wow. How did I get through here? Huh. You know, before we leave, let me just cast the Phoebe one time here, which means like 3 times. There's a nice deep pocket right there, and I think I see a fish. Come on. Let's change this beat around. I think the geese are making fun of me. Oh, shit. Ah. All right, I just cast it right over the branch. I was able to get it out. But guess what? I got it stuck on that branch. Oh, this doesn't get any better. This is a comedy show, man. This is pure entertainment. Couple more casts and we'll get out of here. Eventually I want to go down to a gulp minnow, but since we lost 2 of those right away, I don't want to do it now. But yeah, G, you're absolutely right. This place is the best, would be fished with a bobber and a power bait. If you want to lazy fish it, that'd be perfect for here. Just cast it and let it drift. One more cast and we'll go. I should have landed that trout that I had on my second cast today. That would make the day a little better. But I didn't. Oh, let me try casting to the left. And then we'll definitely go. Should have landed him. The hatcheries also grow a lot of huge trout on the concrete runways. 88 likes. You're not wrong. We might actually break 100 today. Well, thank you guys. All right, I feel like I need to get to that running water before it's too late, before somebody else goes there. Imagine being a fly fisherman in your own element, and here comes Grumpy Orca with a phone on his neck, 2 spinning rods, and a can of worms. That guy's, that's probably not the day he's expected to have. Let's see, I forgot how to, it's such a strange backpack. Hold on. All right. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. What's the easiest way for us to get there? Dude, I do not want to wade through this river right now. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them away. I am an amateur fisherman, but there's a lot of pros in the chat. Yeah, that's like a natural stream. Just run into the river. It's nice. Oh man. You know what? This is not bad. I can do this. And we have 5G connection. It's not bad at all. 10 more legs, Grumpy. Yeah, I know. 10 more legs and we might drop connection. I'm on 2 bars of 5G right now. Thanks for participating, guys. I promise you, if you stick by me, I'm going to catch you a ton of fish in the summer. As long as the fly fishermen over here don't beat me up. All right, hold on. Dude, next thing you know, we're gonna walk into like a bear nest. And that's where the real entertainment is gonna start. At least I got my net. Just put it over his head. I don't think anybody has walked here ever. Look, you would see